Dearest sparkling soul and wise body who are here in this sacred space today with me, welcome. It's Silvia, your esoteric artist and evolutive mentor specialized in the Jewess's self embodiment. And I've been quite far from the online world recently, and I've been living pretty profoundly and deeply in my physical reality outside of the web. And so I had the chance to gather new information and insights that I'm here sharing today with you. First of all, I've been triggered quite a lot in the past few days in my three-dimensional reality. And as soon as I had the chance to relax for some moments, to create a safe space where I could breathe and indeed detach from what was unfolding, I got clear with a couple of points that are so powerful, so potent, and so vital for our sacred journey, for our conscious evolution. Therefore, it's the moment for me to let my voice be heard and share this message with you. So, when we get triggered by outside circumstances, three-dimensional circumstances in the physical world, first of all, what we need to do is to keep calm. And how do we do this? It's about caring for our nervous system. This is something that I've experienced through my body these days. I absolutely needed to stay calm in order to view all the situation with neutral eyes. And that was so difficult for me. So I had to find ways to recalibrate, rebalance, to stay in that point of equilibrium, of balance that is neutrality and that gives me peace, internal peace, therefore strength and firmness wherever is unfolding outside of me. Because when I lose that point of balance internally, then I've lost it outside of me as well. So it was very hard, I have to say, for me. However, as soon as I had the chance to, relax in bed, sleep, and let new information and insights to come to me, this was absolutely clear. So taking care of my and our nervous system, that is actually much easier than we believe. We simply can slow down for some moments, even 5 minutes. And the first tool that we have is conscious breathing. So we can start breathing. Somehow I've noticed breathing becomes difficult when we are anxious or when we are experiencing a kind of challenge. So what we can do is truly work with our body and start with some very slow movements. When we have music, it can be helpful, but anyway, if we are in a situation that we do not have, music available for us, we can simply start moving very slowly, and we can start slow down the rhythm of what we are doing. Preferably, it would be to go outdoor and stay in nature. For me, it's so relaxing, so soothing. And I just went to a little park, which I have near the place where I live, for a couple of hours, and just staying there, surrounded by trees and, by the birds chirping, That was so relaxing and so regenerative for me, and rejuvenating for sure. Because when we take care of our nervous system and we relax and we breathe and we fill our body with joy, happiness, relaxation, breath, love, self-love, then we rejuvenate. So I've also discovered through experience that taking care of my nervous system is actually something very easy and very simple. So I can slow down, I can walk outdoor, I can breathe, I can listen to some music which I love and helps me to relax. I can move my body, I can drink some water. There are very, very easy actions that we can take and that are always handy within us. Especially I found out that it's extremely powerful to work with our body. So simply going through very slow and wavy movements with our hands and legs and head and shoulders. So it doesn't matter truly where we are. We can be queuing, for example, and we can start waving, not in a very huge wave. There are a lot of people around us and we can feel uncomfortable, but also in a very small wave with our body, and internally we can imagine huger waves, big waves of energy which are allowing our body to move and relax and filling our body with light and relaxation. So as usual, I command you to practice and to find out what works for you. There are uncountable ways that we can use to take care of our nervous system. And anyway, this is the first point I have found to be absolutely vital when we are living a triggering situation. Then, as soon as we have re-established the inner calm, we can go through step number 2, which is detachment. Detach from physical reality. We need to remember that that reality is old. That is the outcome of previous thoughts that we have had, and that reality is changeable, is malleable. We can change it. As soon as we change internally, the external reality is going to change, because it is our perspective that allows us to see it in a different way. And so everything changes when we do change the internal point of view, the internal perspective, the internal state of being in which we are. And then we also need to remind ourselves that that reality is something we have power on. We have power on it, and as soon as we reconnect with our inner power. I have to tell you that I didn't do it these days. I had to go through the storm to actually come out of it and see with different eyes that it was vital for me to rebalance, recalibrate my nervous system, and that in that circumstance I could for sure take a step back and say, wait a moment, I'm in control here. I am the power. I am the one who have created this all, and so let's change from the internal point of view what is unfolding outside. So as soon as we can re-establish the inner calm, in that moment something clicks, and almost automatically the outer circumstance takes a different taste. Wow, that has been so hard for me. And I wanted so much to share this message with you because as we are evolved beings and as we are here to consciously proceed along our ascension journey, well, the power we have, we can actually witness it and experiencing it when we are going through the storm. So before the storm becomes an hurricane and it destroys everything, we have power on it. Sometimes, this is a note of the first 2 points, we need to go through the storm and we need to let everything to be destroyed so that we can restart from ground zero and we can have a totally new perspective from ground zero. Sometimes this is also needed. Sometimes we need to go through a very, very hard event. So hard that is definitely transformative, definitely life-changing for our path. So I give you this food for the soul today for you to ponder about and especially for you to practice on it. Practice in finding out about the techniques, the methods, the practices that are useful for you to calm your nervous system, to keep it actually calm, wherever the circumstance. And then remind yourself that you have power on anything that unfolds outside of you, because you are actually the one who have created it. And so take a step back and remind yourself, everything is neutral. Everything is neutral. I have power on it. I have power on it. Everything is neutral and it's changeable. And then enjoy your path, because we are here to be happy. We are here to enjoy every instant of the way. And of course, when you need further support, when you need to go deeper, I share with you the link here below in the description box of this video so that you can have a look and you can choose the best service and or product for you. So until next time, take very good care of yourself, love yourself first and foremost, and be happy.